Good evening, gamers. How's it going? I'm Odin, and you are watching Retro Spack. This is Season 1, Episode 3. Last time... Man, why does my left ear sound so... Sorry, my audio seems odd. I think it's fine. I think I'm just overthinking things. But yeah, last time we were playing Link to the Past. And we left off on a little cliffhanger. We finished the Tower of Hera. But not quite, because we have a boss to fight, which is Moldorm. So let's start off with Moldorm. And let's get into today's Retro Spack episode. It's Friday. It's a hoppin' Friday evening. If you got plans or anything like that, you know, well, I appreciate you being here for... you know, a little hour of gaming time, a little hour of gaming fun. So thanks for tuning in tonight. I really do appreciate it. We finished Moldorm. Wasn't even paying attention there, but Moldorm is very annoying to fight in the early game here because you don't really have a lot of tools to really fight Moldorm. So, but we got him. So, and we got the last pendant. Just like that, so we can go get the Master Sword. Let's go. So Stardev, welcome on in. Hate fighting that boss in the GBA version. Yeah, not a fun boss. Not by a long shot. No one really likes that. And Big Bobo, Madam Wario, happy Friday. Welcome on in, Bobo. Playing some Link to the Past. I know Madam Wario is streaming tonight, Friday Night Mario Party, so we'll probably raid into her if she's live by then. I'm excited for that as I launch myself into this pit right here. So last night was pretty exciting. I finished over on YouTube my Adventures of Odin Spack series. I finished what did I finish? Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It was a lot of fun. I had literally been playing it since August because I was only streaming it like once a week. It took me like 12 streams to get through. I mean, obviously there's been more than 12 weeks since August, but you know, stuff happens. You know, life happens in between. Lots of other things happen besides just those streams, but it was a lot of fun playing through the rest of that. Oh yeah, the mushroom. I forgot that's even here. I guess we could have got that a while ago. We'll find a good time to turn that in. I don't really know what a good time to turn that in will be. But yeah, I was very excited to finish that, and we get to move on to another game. Also, I love this scene right here. Let's read this, even though I don't have to. The hero's triumph of Cataclysm's Eve wins 3 symbols of virtue. The Master Sword he will then retrieve, keeping the knight's line true. Yeah, I just love this scene right here. I still think this is the coolest. I mean, of the Master Sword pedestal pulls that I've seen, I still think this is the coolest one. I don't know why. I just really like it. Yeah, it's 16-bit, whatever. I still really like it, okay? I'm allowed to. But I think it's pretty dang neat, so. And we cleared away all of the fog and mist from the Lost Woods here. Oh no, the soldiers are coming to the sanctuary. We gotta go save them. Even though it's telling us where to go right now, but it's kind of weird that it doesn't tell you to go to the sanctuary. We'll go there just cause, right? Like we don't have to at this point, but we will. Just to, again, to flesh out the story, of course, right? Like we have to do that. But, you know, I guess some other exciting news happened yesterday too that I did talk about on my stream last night, but the Switch 2 was announced yesterday. It's the Switch. The second one, you know, is not like. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited because I'm excited to play new generation Nintendo games. So naturally, I am very excited for that. But you know, it's it's a Switch, all right. It's just another Nintendo console. I'm pumped. Oh no, we failed. The soldiers have abducted Zelda. No, they got the priest. He's gone. But also the Joy-Cons on the Switch 2 look like they're like. It looks like there's like some sort of mouse functionality. Which I really hope that's like actually what they were getting at in the trailer, because I would love to see a Mario Maker 3 with mouse functionality. So I'm hoping so. I don't know if that's what will happen, but that would be really nice. So here's hoping. Keep our fingers crossed. That's what they end up doing. Here we go. We're going back to Hyrule Castle here. And we are going to save Zelda with the Master Sword. So our sword can shoot beams now too, which is a lot of fun. They're not very strong. I think they're as strong as the just level 1 sword. We have the level 2 sword, which is the Master Sword. It's kind of weird that the swords are like levels in this game. I don't know if they ever are referred to as levels again for sword. Well, no, that's not true. The Game Boy games are like that. Maybe that's it. There's lots of different level stuff in those games. They really leaned into that. I don't know why. It's kind of goofy. Not to say that weapons and stuff don't get upgrades in the series, but it's I don't know. Just saying like level just seems weird. But anyway, here's Aghanim's Tower. We're gonna make our way up the tower, up the climb of the tower. So how's everyone's week been? This is the end of Retrospect for week 1. And like I said, it's been a good time. Some things to talk about real quick. I stayed up way too late last night after my stream working on some stuff for Retrospect. So I actually have some alerts, which I haven't had alerts in a while. Now they don't have sound, and I don't know if I'm planning to have sound for them. I'm kind of unsure at the moment if I want to have sound or not for the alerts. I might work it in later, maybe something that's less intrusive, but basically the alerts will go over on the phone there, so they won't go over the gameplay at the very least. But I mean, if I do work in sound effects, I don't want them to be too extreme. But yeah, I did make some alerts. I hope did I reactivate the chat bot? I think I did, but maybe I didn't. There's supposed to be a chat bot that's supposed to like post messages in here too. And there's also some commands you can use as well. Sorry, I'm loading this up as we go because I feel like it should have said something by now, but maybe I'm wrong. No, it says it's in our chat. So there's an 8-ball command. So if you go exclamation mark 8-ball, and then you type in your question, it should answer with one of several yes or no style answers. It should work. I'm pretty sure. This isn't like official Spack bot. This is the Spack bot fill-in for when maybe I officially bring back Spack bot. This is just stream elements. But I did have 8-ball working on Spack bot way back when I had it going. So it's you know, it's the same kind of thing. I don't hate it, honestly. I think it works. I think it's pretty neat how it works. So I probably should have tested it out before starting, but you know, I was like I said, I stayed up way too late, and I worked on all kinds of other things, and I didn't end up testing out everything that I could have. So that's just how it goes. We don't even fight these guards. I don't know why I even am. I don't know why I'm even fighting these guards. Why am I doing this? Who knows? But yeah, we're making our way up the tower. So this is a dungeon, but it's not like a standard dungeon. Like, it has a boss, but that's kind of it. There's not much more to it than that. You know, you just kind of work your way through it here, and we're gonna just ignore. Oh, I've been waiting for you. I hope we can make Zelda vanish in front of your eyes. Yeah. There she goes. As Rax here just does nothing but just stand at Aghanim, just doing this and running away. You know, as a kid, I had no idea what to do here. I didn't realize you could slice at these. I don't know if anything really hints at you being able to do that, but that's what you can do. So we're gonna try and hopefully, you know, get all the magic balls that we can deflect here, and none of the blue balls that you can't deflect. So far, going pretty good. Yeah, we've gotten all of them so far, which is really, really good. I think we got 4 hits so far. I think Aghanim takes 6, I want to say. So, and I know he guaranteed does one of these, so we could get really lucky here. This could be... Wow, none of the blue balls. That's some speedrun luck. That's what you'd want to see on a speedrun. I guarantee so many runs probably, like, end there if you just get really bad luck. Like actual runs, not like randomizer runs. Randomizer has, like... If you're playing the randomizer, it has, like, predetermined luck. Like, the seed will, like, always generate the same pattern. So if you're, like, racing against somebody, you won't, like, lose because of a pattern or something, which is nice. But anyway, we just got transported to the Dark World. The cool thing about the Dark World, it has a boppin' theme. And have they ever brought this back? I mean, if they ever brought that back, well, I think they bring it back in Link Between Worlds, but it doesn't count. They ever bring it back in a Zelda game that's not related specifically to Link to the Past? I don't think they have, but if they have, then I don't know. I'm not familiar enough. But we can go over here and get a heart piece right now. And I guess if you have all the heart pieces that you can get up to that point, then you're guaranteed to get a heart container. That sounds right. I feel like that's correct. Like, we could have gotten everything there so far. Yeah. We could go up, but I'm gonna wait till I have another item, probably. I'm just gonna go straight forward into this dungeon, honestly, because there's kind of no reason not to. Like, I've kind of done everything I can do at this point in the game. I can turn in the magic mushroom. I can turn in that and get the powder, the magic powder. But I mean, other than that, like, you know, that's kind of everything I can do in the game right now. So, all right, yeah. There's no other way to get in here. I don't know why this game. It's like, try to find a way yourself. Like, it would be kind of neat if there was a way that you could open this without Kiki the monkey here. I think that would be pretty neat. But to my knowledge, you can't. There's no Palace of Darkness monkey skip to my knowledge. I don't believe that's a trick that's been found yet. Pretty sure, anyways. Alright, we got a key. Oh yeah, I thought we could push that. I guess that's the next one. So our options are go up the middle here, or we can also, there's also a room to the right. I don't really know what this wants you to do first. I guess it doesn't really matter if we go this way first. This is probably fine. Yeah, because we can do this. This might be the better thing to do, actually. Yeah, because we get a key here, and then I think we just want to leave this alone. Yeah, because there'll be a key right here. Sorry, I've played so much randomizer that I genuinely don't remember what's actually in some of these treasure chests. Like, I don't remember which ones are keys and which ones aren't. I'm pretty sure this is the compass, which is like whatever. We don't have the map yet, right? No, but the map for this dungeon may as well be nothing. Like I told you last time, like the map means like absolutely like like nothing in this game. It's so hard to read. There's a single arrow. Shows us a single arrow. But yeah, the map is like impossible to decipher in this. Or it's not that it's impossible to decipher, but I just feel like it doesn't really give you much info. I want to say there's a key through here. Like, you spend a key to get a key. That sounds right. No, you don't. Okay, so I shouldn't have done that. Because now I have to go back for that other one. Okay, so that was kind of stupid, but... yeah, because I definitely could have used that to get, like, the hammer right now. Oh, well. Oh, well, I goofed up, okay? That's fine. Actually, we couldn't have gotten the hammer. I don't have the big key anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. I didn't do this yet. It's all good. All in due time. Actually, we need a key to get up there, too. Oh, no! I don't know how to play this game. Trying to like speed run my way through here, and I'm like thinking like, oh yeah, I'm going in the right direction, and it turns out I'm not at all. Actually, I mentioned this last time, but the last time I played this game was in an airport, and I'm pretty sure the boss of this dungeon I game overed, and I was trying to like speed run the game, and I just got like so discouraged. I'm just like, all right, well, I'm done now. You know, I was waiting for my flight anyway, and I don't think there was much more like longer to wait at that point anyway. I was just like, yeah, screw it. You ever just play a game and like you think you're gonna get into it, and then something like that happens, like you die early on or something, and you're like, you know what, maybe I wasn't gonna play this game. It happens. And, you know, that's what happened to me. So, it can happen to anybody. I guess I should have tried to get the hammer first, huh? Because now I have to go all the way back. But yeah, some games are just kind of like that. Here, you know what? Let's go in this fairy room. We don't need to do this, but it'd be kind of fun to show off this sweet little fairy fountain. I love how all these dungeons have... I think all of them might have a hidden fairy fountain in them somewhere. That sounds right. I feel like I'm not making this up. That sounds like a thing that's in this game. Like somewhere in each dungeon, they give you a fairy fountain. Or maybe they just give you access to fairies. Technically, the last dungeon's not really a fountain, but like it's definitely it has the same energy. Like it's definitely like the same kind of energy. Also, not alternatively, but also some stuff behind the scenes. I'm trying this thing right now where I'm recording the stream, so if like something happens where I like go offline or something, it's like backed up, which I thought was a neat idea to do. I guess I'm gonna have to do this again, huh? And I'm like, hopefully this doesn't cause too much strain on my computer, but I don't think it will. I'm gonna be honest, I was really worried right before starting this because I think I mentioned this last time, but I'm just like a static ball and I keep shocking everything, and I like shocked, I don't know if it was my computer or like somewhere near it, but it made the it made my game like TV or something. I don't know if it was the TV or the Super Nintendo. I think it was, I guess it just had to have been the TV. I don't know, but it definitely like powered off and on again, or not powered off and on, but just like went black and then fixed itself. I don't know. I don't know why it's so staticky in here, but I'm getting a little nervous that I'm gonna like accidentally fry some sort of circuitry or something. You know, I've already computer's already set on fire once. You know, like I can't have this happen again. I mean, I don't know what could happen. I don't think that will happen again. But like, I don't want this. Like, it's so frustrating. Why does this keep happening? So it's, yeah, like it's just been crazy staticky in here. Man, these guys suck. These little fire enemies. You know, if this were a more modern Zelda game, those fireballs would probably like light up the room as they were traveling. You can see them in the dark, so I guess that's something, but you know, it's not like you can actually like you know, it's not like they make the room bright or something while they're going. This room's always kind of weird to me, because like I don't know, it just seems strange to me that the main weapon is through this little like side room. You gotta like bomb your way through. I don't know, but I think that's everything. We can make our way to the end now. We got the hammer. They call it the magic hammer, right? Like, I don't know what's so magical about it. It's just a wooden hammer. Like, I don't know what's so magical about it, but it hits stuff. It's a hammer. I guess it's pretty strong, so that's where maybe the magic comes into it, but it doesn't actually cost you magic to use or something. So this is a part 2 of Link to the Past. So because this game's a little longer than an hour, we are continuing where we left off last time. We did like the beginning dungeon of the game, which like you could call it a dungeon, you might not call it a dungeon. But I wouldn't really. I would say we did like the first 2 actual dungeons last time, and then we did pretty much the entirety of the third one. I just left off right before the boss because I just didn't have the time. I thought about it, but I was like, there's literally like a minute, and I'm like, yeah, in theory I could beat this boss in a minute. And it would have been a lot better, honestly, because then next time I could have just started from somewhere else, because when I started this, I had to literally like go back to where I left off, because this game isn't the most generous with saving. Ocarina of Time, if you were to save and quit in a dungeon, it would at least start you at the beginning of the dungeon, whereas this game does not offer the same friendliness. If you save and quit in this game, in the light world, there's only like 3 spots you can go to. You can choose one of them to start at, and then the dark world where we're at now, we don't even get to select. We just get to start at the top of the pyramid, which is kind of boring, but that's the game. So. Oh man, I'm pretty low on health. I may die, which is funny because I just talked about dying to Helmasaur, so it seems highly probable. And I don't have the magic powder, so I can't turn those anti-fairies into actual fairies. So, alright, here's the Helmasaur King. I'm holding the sword forward like this. The reason this is done is so that I stay facing forward here, so I can just use the hammer very easily. There's lots of stuff I picked up playing randomizer for sure. There's gonna be like one more hit, right? And there we go. I didn't even realize, but I think I have a fairy, so I'm good. But he really doesn't take too many hits. You could pelt him with arrows, but once you break his his tail hurts. I think that does like 2 or something. Oh man, I'm gonna die. It's being like really aggressive. I don't know if I had any more fairies, so that was really close. He's usually not that bad, but yeah, he doesn't really take too many hits once you break his mask. Because I guess like most of the fight is that, right? So they don't, they're like, okay, we'll throw you a bone. Like, that's why he's protecting his face, because he really doesn't have a lot of endurance. Yeah, whenever you play the randomizer, because you brought up the randomizer, Bobo, a lot of times when you fight these bosses, like, you'll have, like, a way stronger weapon, and, you know, you'll just, like, defeat them in no time. But this is kind of like the main objective of the game here, is we're in the Dark World, and we gotta free these maidens that are being held captive. Basically, they break the seal around Ganon's tower. That's pretty much it, you know. Defeat Ganon. Pretty. I guess the story to this game is kind of boring, honestly. I mean, it's definitely, like, you know what I mean. There's not really much to it. It's not like the later games where, like, everything you do has, like, you know, events that happen in between each dungeon or something like that. Because this game you can go in any order you want, for the most part. Technically, we could do that dungeon last. We would have to go in to get the hammer, because we wouldn't be able to do anything otherwise, but, you know, that's just some of the kind of the fun stuff about Link to the Past. Like, Dungeon 2, I don't know if I'm going to actually do that 1 second, because, you know, some of the other dungeons are kind of a little more tempting right now. But yeah, no, I totally get not knowing the order of the game because of randomizer. This game, you know, is very famous nowadays because of the randomizer. It's definitely one of the it's definitely one of the randomizers that brought like that kind of style of play into the modern day. Oh, hold on. I want to show off these warps here too, because I think this is actually a good idea to go over here right now. I think I want to do this. Does this matter to do this now? I guess not. I'm trying to think if there's a reason. No, there's no warp. You don't have to warp anywhere. In the Dark World, you can just use the mirror anywhere to go back to the Light World. You don't have to access portals. I don't know what I'm thinking. Alright, like I said, it's been a little minute, okay? Did we get the third bottle? We went under the bridge already, right? Yeah. But if we didn't, this would probably be the more ideal place to get it, because you can, like, use the mirror here, and then you just be able to get the bottle that's there. So I think that's kind of maybe what they intend for you to do. So it's always been one of your favorite Zelda songs. Yeah, this one slaps. It's very good. I was saying earlier, I really don't know if this has really come back into another Zelda game. I guess we are going to Dungeon 2 next. We're literally right over here. Well, whatever. I wasn't really planning on it, but sure. We'll go in order, I guess. Hey, look, guys, it's Hype Cave. Except I don't think there's actually anything in here, like, in this. Like, I think it's just, like, a bunch of 20s. I don't think there's, like, a heart piece at the end of here. No. So yeah, this cave is nothing. This cave is great in the rando, but it's nothing here. Yeah, so see on the map we can see where all the rest of the crystals are. So you can really go and you can mostly go in any order. Like, some of the dungeons have tools that we need to, like, kind of access some of these other dungeons. The one in here, surprisingly, you don't need for a lot of stuff. It seems like one you think you would, but you really don't, which is kind of funny. But we'll get it now, because, like, we're right here. But before we go in, we need to actually go to the Light World. This is kind of like the only interaction like this in the game, and I kind of wish there was more of this, because I've always thought this was very cool. So we, like, open the floodgates, right, of this here, and this, like, drains this, like, I don't know if this is a dam. I wouldn't really call it that, but it drains this, like, pond here, right? This, like, lake. And then when you go here in the Dark World, it's still like that, and the dungeon itself also has this thing running through it. Otherwise, it wouldn't have it running through. And I just think that's super cool, and I wish, you know, more dungeons than this had that. Now, this room's really funny because, so this key's in this treasure chest here, right? No big deal. Like, you need it to get through here. But this that key, that small key there, is the only small key that's in a treasure chest. And in the randomizer, like, you can't get in this dungeon unless you have that small key. And because the randomizer, like, if you're playing like Key Sanity, where it like mixes up the keys in other treasure chests too, you have to like find the key to even come into this dungeon in the first place, which I think is just really funny. Like, there's keys all over the place in here, right? Like in pots and stuff. But unless you're playing like a more recent mode that has randomization features like that, then that key, which unintentionally isn't anything, actually locks this dungeon. And again, it's why I just really love randomizer like so much. I just think it's so cool. And no, come on, get out of here, Stelfos. I just think stuff like that, like when randomizer gets applied to like game mechanics that weren't intended like that, it just makes it really shine. This is possibly this game probably has the best randomizer. I mean, even if they had stopped doing anything with the randomizer past just all the treasure chest items get shuffled, I think it would still be incredible. The fact that they continued to do more for it, you know, add different sprites into it. You can like add in like your own like music packs into it now. Like, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. I think it's super neat. But you know, the whole main purpose of it, the item randomizer and the treasure chest, is just really awesome. And I honestly I really like the Fact Xanadu randomizer. You guys know I played that a whole bunch, and that randomizer, like, it has some item randomization in it, and that's like the best part about it. Now there's more stuff that, you know, I think kind of makes it stand apart and shine on its own. Like, that one has like screen randomization, which is really cool, like where the order of the screens is random. And I love that. That's probably the most unique feature of that rando. But anyway, just even the item randomization is great. I don't know, it's really all you need for a lot of these. It's just doing stuff in a different order. A bunch of my friends right now are playing an Archipelago. If you haven't heard of what that is, it basically links a whole bunch of games together. I may have talked about this last time, but I guess I'll bring it up again. So yeah, like, all their games are like connected to each other right now, and again, the main purpose of that randomizer is finding items. And so, you know, they're playing like, I don't know, like 10-12 different games at the same time. And you know, one of them's playing Pokemon, and one of them's playing Zelda, and one of them's playing Metroid, and you know, stuff like that. And you know, in Pokemon, you could find a hook shot for somebody, or you know, in Metroid, you could find a Pikachu. You know, like, there's that kind of stuff. Like, it's really cool. And obviously not for your game, but for the person's game who it belongs to. And that stuff's just really, really cool. I would have never thought retro games were gonna get to this point, where people have just like come up with all these really cool ideas with them. It never ceases to amaze me, some of the cool tech that people come up with for just playing these old games. And now, obviously, on Spack, I'm trying to play games as authentically as possible, but I really love game modification. I think it's really cool. It definitely goes a long way, and you know, if you already enjoy a game, just finding new and more ways to enjoy it. And you know, that people wouldn't keep making all these mods and hacks and stuff to games if they didn't like them so much. So here we go, we got the hook shot, which is a really cool weapon, which is weird to think it debuted in this game. It feels like an Ocarina of Time item. When I think of that game, that's probably like one of like the items I think about in Ocarina of Time. But no, it's a Link to the Past item through and through, and I mean, I guess debatably it maybe works a little more reliably here than it does in that game. But I don't know. It's cool. Where am I going? I don't remember how to play this game. Oh yeah, I know where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to go through that door. Now I gotta go do this again. I know. Again, do I even know how to play this game? You know, I gotta say, not like attempting to speedrun things and kind of reading dialogue, or at least where I have read dialogue. It's, you know, I feel like this is probably gonna be a few streams, for sure. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. My first poll went up on my Discord server, for Twitch subscribers and for YouTube members, and that's gonna be up all weekend. So if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, if you're a YouTube member or Twitch subscriber, you know, it'll be going up through. It should be like, I think it'll be. I think I said to 3 days. I was right before this started, so I assume that would end. Oh, is it not that one? I guess it's that one. I guess that means that would end Monday. That sounds right. But yeah, so there's 5 games that you guys can choose for my next game after Link to the Past. You know, I chose the first 2 games. I want to choose some really fun ones that I liked. I chose Super Mario Bros. Chose Link to the Past. Games that I'm just like, you know, in love with. But other than that, I'm gonna try to get you guys once in a while to choose some games for me. So I got, man, and the way I did it through the backloggery roulette function, which basically chooses games for you based on parameters, gives you a random game. And I have to say, man, do I have any more fairies? Because I don't think I do. No, we gotta be careful here. I really don't want to die. I'm not exactly like this. I'm not playing randomizer. I don't have like all this equipment or something like that right now. Also, look at these corn pops here we're fighting. I just call these guys corn pops. Maybe that joke doesn't land here because corn pops kind of suck. They're good in Canada, I swear. But anyway, so the games, yeah, really, I feel like I got some pretty obscure ones. At least not ones that I feel like my audience would be like, oh yeah, I would select that in a heartbeat. But I promise you, it's going to be some good choices. So we got Super Punch-Out, which is a Nintendo game, right? It's a Nintendo published game. Oh, thank you so much, Bobo, for the Prime sub. Oh, the 32 months. And look, the alert worked. Woohoo! Thank you so much, Boba. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Yeah, show off the alert. I know there's no audio or anything. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I'm still figuring that out. But hey, at least it showed up and it worked, so that's good. I think it looked neat. It showed up. I wanted to have something on screen because if anyone is yeah, a vibrate sound like for a phone would be good for sure. That's not a bad idea. But I want to have something on screen because if, you know, for the future, I want people to be able to see like, oh, this person subscribed. Like I want those events to still be in the archive. So. Alright. There's so many items I can still get right now. Like, now that we're at this part of the game. So I'm gonna start by getting this one right here. Yeah, I don't know. I really leaned into the phone, which is so funny because literally right next to the phone is a CRT television. So I don't know. I guess it's just like, you know, old tech versus new tech. I think it's kind of funny. There we go. We got the Bombos medallion there. Yeah, it does combine modern with retro. I guess that's what I was going for. You know, because I wanted this to be like, oh, hey, you're watching this show, but you can interact with the audience at the same time. I guess I thought that would have been neat back in the day if you could, like, watch a show and there was, like, a chat room to, like, you know, while you were watching it. Maybe stuff like that did exist, but nothing that I really know of. So, what we should do first, so we can really speed up our navigation around the dark world and the light world here. They had events on some channels for special events, but that's cool. Yeah, I don't remember ever doing something like that. But yeah, we're gonna talk to this guy here. And he's gonna give us the shovel. And we can use the shovel to find the flute. That's its only purpose. Which is really weird, but you lose the shovel right after. I think they changed this in the Game Boy Advance version, and you keep the shovel, and you can use it to, like, dig up, like, other items and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of funny that that's how it is in this. Anyway, I'm gonna leave my my portal there right now because we're gonna make a quick little detour to Kakariko. Like, technically, we could go back to the Dark World and play the flute for him and stuff, but, like, we're not gonna do that. Like, whatever. We're just gonna go out of order here. we're gonna do what we're supposed to do. I know I've been, like... I know I've been mostly doing all of the stuff kind of in story order, but I'm not really for this. Because we need some movement here. So yeah, if you play the flute here... we get access to the flute warp, where this bird can take us around to some spots around the light world. And we need this in order to finish the game. This is a required thing you have to do. As one of the dungeons is locked by this. So, something nifty. I don't know if this would have been quicker to flute over to my house or not. Alright, I keep getting interrupted, though, in my train of thought. So the poll is up in my Discord for the 5 games for you to vote on for my next Retro Spack playthrough. The options are Super Punch-Out, which is a pretty short game, Nintendo published one. NHL Hits 2003, it's a PlayStation 2 game. It's also like GameCube and Xbox as well. If you ever heard of NBA Jam... it's like an arcade basketball game. This is like the hockey version of that. It's probably the best comparison you can make. It's a lot of fun. Also, Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage. It's a Super Nintendo beat-em-up starring Spider-Man and Venom. It's pretty fun. It's only single player, weirdly enough, but that's really all that. It's really all that matters for. You know, for that. And then we also got WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2006. I really liked the wrestling games growing up. 2006 is probably the one I put the most time into. With the Creator Wrestler and the GM mode. Just had a ton of fun with that. It looks like all of my old creations are gone, though, because the file I looked up does not have that stuff. I remember playing the GM mode kind of on my own a while back, and I guess I must have deleted my old files or something. I don't know, but it's whatever. It's fine. We're doing this right now because we're trying to get... there's a heart piece here. It's not a guarantee. It's not like the randomizer, so we're gonna have to keep playing that until we get that. You voted? Well, thanks for voting, Bobo. And then the last game is Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo version. You know, that's a childhood game. I grew up, we owned it, but I never beat it. I was playing it for a little bit to get some footage of it for Retro Spack, and honestly, it doesn't feel like it'll be that bad. It looks like you have infinite continues, so I'm not really sure why I never finished it, honestly. Unless I'm wrong and you don't have infinite continues, But I definitely, like, lost quite a few times. Oh, there we go. There's our heart piece. I definitely, like, lost quite a few times, and it seemed like there's infinite continues, so I don't know why I never finished that game, but that will also be a very short playthrough as well. Oh, we can't actually go this way, because we don't have one of the power-ups. Okay, so what I should do then is I should do some stuff that I can do over here, and then I can use the flute to go over there. Because the next part of the game is over on the west side of Hyrule here. But we can't really do anything because there's a power-up that we need in Dungeon 4. Which a lot of times I will do Dungeon 4 before Dungeon 3. Because what you get from there is just like, you know, it just gets you some, like, you know, it gives you more accessibility around Hyrule, and it also just gives you, well, it just, quite frankly, just, it makes you stronger, so. But anyway, let's do this here, and we can get actually a heart piece, which has been here the whole time. And I didn't mean to get stuck there, so let's do this again. Alright, let's use the flute. And we will go over, you know what, let's do this while we're at it too. Let's get the, turn the mushroom into the witch here. And then all we gotta do is just leave the screen and come back. And then go into the hut. I don't know if you've talked to the witch, if she's like, oh, I made you something. No, she doesn't. I didn't know if she did or not, honestly. But, yeah, it's kind of weird that you think you would have to, like, talk to her again to get it. But yeah, the magic powder's in there. And we need that for a couple things. Actually, we're gonna need it for something that's over here. So it's kind of makes sense to get that now while we're doing this. I don't know if this is like the best way to go over here, but it's the way we're going over, so. There's a lot of stuff to get still. We got lots and lots of game left. Still got quite a few dungeons to go through. Some of my not so favorite dungeons. But the ones coming up aren't so bad. I'm a fan. So we ram into this tree. Full magic in there. So if you ever need full magic, just ram into that tree. A little hint from me. Alright, so it looks like we got, what, like 12 minutes left? I think we could probably get through this dungeon. That's probably enough time. As long as we don't goof off in town. I think we're just gonna go straight into the dungeon and do it. There's some stuff we can get around town, but I think I'm just gonna do this first. And then, you know, if there's time permitting afterwards, we'll do that. I'd rather finish the dungeon first, and then if there's time left afterwards, we can go mess around. It's kind of funny to think because, like, you know, I speedrun the randomizer. I mean, I haven't in a while, right? But, like, I definitely speedrun it and have finished it in, like, under 2 hours. And, you know, there's so many dungeons and stuff to go through that I know I can get through these dungeons pretty fast, especially knowing that, like, I have to find all the items in here anyway. So, you know, when I look at the time and see what's left, like, you know, feasibly, I should be able to get through this dungeon. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. But here's a little entrance to, this is Thieves Town, as it's called. I always thought the village was Thieves Town, but the village is Village of Outcasts. The dungeon is Thieves Town. Which seems, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's not like the Thieves' Hideout or something like that. It's Thieves Town. a little strange. Anyway, we got the big key here. Get the big key very early in this dungeon. We do have the map, right? So you can see I guess there's really not a ton of rooms left, but also this is the boss room right here. If you look at the map, it'll actually show us this is where the boss is, but you'll notice there is no boss. So that's a little weird. That's kind of one of the puzzles of this dungeon is like, well, well, where's the boss at? You know, where's the boss hiding? So we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go find where the boss is hiding out. As we approach the end of retrospect for the evening. You can use the magic powder on those anti-fairies to turn them into regular fairies. Which honestly, I should probably catch one, so that if I die, then I can get a revive. But I think I'll be okay. These things suck. I don't know what these guys are. I always thought these were like little crickets or something. I don't know if that's the right thing. They definitely don't look like crickets. I don't know. I always thought they were though. Yeah, you know when it's like just you see something as a kid and you're just like, yep, that's what that is, and like that just sinks into your mind. Yep, yep. And you can just never call it something else again. Like that's just what it is. You know, because they're more so like little like slime monsters or something, than anything. But anyway, those guys suck. They do so much damage to you. They do like 2 hearts, I think. Which is a lot. I guess we have like, what, 12 hearts now? So yeah, we could take 6 hits. I guess that is a decent amount. Like, we're just running into them over and over again. Like, what's the matter? But, you know, if we hadn't gotten like everything at this point, then that would be like really strong. In theory, you know, in theory it could be strong. Oh, look, there's the maiden right there. That was very easy. She's just chilling in the jail cell. She's not even in a crystal. And man, she can fly. She got some running, and like, she can go. Alright, so here's... We don't need this to beat this dungeon here, but this is an upgrade we need, which is the Titan's Mitt. And now that we have that, we can lift all of the rocks in the game. No, there's no rock too strong for us. That room over there is a trap, so I'm just not even gonna go in it. No point, right? But yeah, so all the secrets of the game we can pretty much get at this point. I don't think anything is really off limits to us now. So it's up to us to decide what order we go into. You know what, let's bring her into the boss room, you know? No, but she's not a fan of the light. Because she's actually Blind the Thief, who is briefly mentioned in the light world. Kind of in this part of town of Kakariko. So that's your little mention of Blind the Thief here. I'm not doing too good here. Be careful. Here we go. Whew, man, I'm making all these fights just really close to the wire. What I think is really interesting about this boss battle is no matter how strong you are at this point, each phase will always take 3 hits from whatever weapon works. You can use a hammer, you can use a sword, you can use a powered up sword, you can use anything else that you can do damage with. It'll still be 3 hits. So, kind of an interesting battle. But there's the real maiden, who actually is sealed in a crystal. I guess we can't, like, free them. I guess they're just trapped in these crystals. I don't think they actually leave the crystals. I think they're kind of stuck in here. Maybe you have to defeat Ganon in order to free them. I'm not reading the legend. I'm sorry. I haven't been reading what you guys have been saying. Just been freeing you as we go. Alright, yeah, I think that was a good idea to do that dungeon first, because now we have the Titan's Mitt, and what we can do with the Titan's Mitt is actually get a sweet upgrade. So, let's talk to this guy here. Alright, we're gonna take him to his partner, who's in Kakariko. And his partner's over here. We need the Titan's Mitt to get over here. You need the Titan's Mitt to, like, save this guy. But I think you can do this first, I want to say. I think he can follow you down here. Now, if we're playing randomizer, you can do a little glitch where you can, like, run with an item, but I'm pretty sure that's not doable in in the North American release. I think that's patched. They're like, no fun glitches for you. You know, because like it really wouldn't break the game at all. It's a little silly. I can't remember, like, there's like a time limit for how long this lasts. Alright, we just have to come back and they'll temper our sword for us. So this is why I like to do this dungeon as early as I can, so that I can get this tempered sword. Only 10 rupees. It's always fun. I always like trying to do dungeons without the sword too. It's not as exciting these days, because, like, you know, with randomizer, I've done like plenty of swordless dungeons at this point. So it's not as fun as it was back in the day. I'd always do like the Ice Palace, which is typically the next dungeon without a sword. I'm trying to remember if in my Let's Play I did that or not. I may have. I think right, I did Let's Play this too. I don't really think I did it swordless. I think I probably mentioned it again, but anyway, that guy curses us, and his big curse is to make it so that our magic power now depletes by half instead of full, which is a huge upgrade, so I don't know why he thinks that's bad for us or anything. It's a little silly. Alright. Like I said, I genuinely don't know how far you have to go or walk around. Because if this were the randomizer, you would just leave the house and go back in, and that would be enough. So, no, I guess we just have to leave the screen, I guess. There we go. We got the tempered sword. It's nice and red. It's nice and cool. I guess it's hot, right? It's not very cool, but now we're all powered up. We're gonna try to do one thing before I finish up here, because we are getting to the end of the stream. There's a couple of houses we can go in here and get some money, but there also is another heart piece in a treasure chest game here, and this one's kind of annoying because it's kind of just luck if you get it or not. There's nothing you can really do. You just kind of go in, leave, come back, get 2 treasure chests, hope you get the heart piece. It's not really ideal. And I'm surprised that this is even a thing, because there's no like indication that you can get a heart piece from doing this. So I'm really surprised that this is even a thing. Oh, we got it. Okay, it only took 3 tries. That's really not that bad. That could have been a lot worse. But you'll notice I have like full rupees right now, right? So we're pretty set. I'm not even gonna go grab the other rupees. But it's looking like it's about that time where we're gonna have to head off and resume next time. We're gonna go into the Skull Woods on the next stream, which is the next dungeon. You know, we had the Lost Woods, now we got the Skull Woods. So, but this dungeon has a bunch of little entrances. All these little holes actually lead inside, including like normal doors like this. So it's a fun one. But guys, that's gonna do it for tonight's Retro Spack stream. I want to thank you so much for being here. As I continue to improve all of the layout and whatnot, getting the alerts going and stuff. So please, if you're a subscriber, please consider voting on the poll on my Discord. And thanks for being here. I will be back Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with more Link to the Past. We will continue this game. So have a good night, everybody. Take care, and goodbye.